Hello, Mandela, and welcome to your second wider curriculum lesson of this week. This morning, you shared your designs with your friends in our class. We were able to think about what we could improve on our designs for next time. Today, our learning objective is, can I evaluate my peers' inventions? So in this lesson, we will be doing a peer evaluation. This is when you evaluate someone else's work. I will show you some pieces of work from tapestry in a moment. Pick one to evaluate. However, to evaluate properly, you need to be sensible and sensitive about their work, which means that you have some golden rules that you need to follow. Our first golden rule is be kind when evaluating the work of someone else. Our second golden rule is don't be rude about their design. Kindly explain what they could do to improve it. Our third golden rule is don't focus on the negatives. For example, what is bad about it? Let's recap this because this is a really important part of evaluating somebody else's work. You need to be sensible and sensitive when you are looking at somebody else's work. We have our three golden rules that I'm going to remind you of. Golden rule one, be kind when evaluating the work of someone else. Golden rule two, don't be rude about their design. Be kind and explain what they could do to improve it. And our final golden rule is don't focus on the negatives, e.g. what is bad about it. Dr. Scott says, all designers and inventors also have other people evaluate their products. This is because it helps us to see what we have done well and what we could do better for next time. You have a evaluation to complete today, which is a little bit like our evaluation from yesterday, only you are thinking about somebody else's work. Remember all of our golden rules that we have already talked about for evaluating someone else's work. Your first question is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you like their final design? You need to circle the number that you feel about their design. Your second question is, what is the best part of their design and why? You need to pick your best parts of their design and tell me why they are the best parts. Our next question is there anything else you would like to use from their invention in your next invention? So what do you like about it? Would you use any parts in your invention? Is there anything you would like to improve about their design? How would you make it better? So you need to think about what would you change if you could, and how you could help to improve the design. Now we are going to look at three different designs. Whilst we are looking at the designs, I want you to decide which of the three designs you are going to evaluate. Here is our first design. I would like you to pause the video so that you can have a look at the design and think about whether this is the design you are going to evaluate. Pause your video now. This is our next final design. Once again, I would like you to pause your video and to think about this design and if this is the design you are going to evaluate. Pause your video. And this is our final design. I want you to have a look at this design and decide if this is the design you are going to evaluate. Pause your video now. So I've put two screens together to help us with this. We are going to look at this design together for an auto fan, and we are going to evaluate this before you choose one of the designs to evaluate. You need to remember to be kind to your friends and sensitive to how people might feel. So the first thing I'm going to do is look at my first question. And it says, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you like the final design? So I'm really impressed with the idea for this auto fan. So I am going to circle a number. And the number that I'm going to circle is the number 9, because I have been really impressed with the design. Then I need to think about the next question, which says, which is the best part of their design and why? On the design, I can see a motion sensor, and I think that would be a really good idea to have on a fan, because it would know when to start to work to cool down the room. So I'm going to write a sentence remembering to use my capital letters and full stops. So I'm going to start my sentence. The best part of the design is the motion sensor, because the fan will detect when you enter the room. You need to remember my full stop. I'm just going to shrink my writing a little bit so that you can see all of my answer. That's a little bit better. So my answer to that question is, the best part of the design is the motion sensor, because the fan will detect when you enter their room. Our next question is asking us, is there anything you would like to use from their invention in your next invention? So in this invention for the auto fan, I really liked the idea of night vision, and I think I would like to use that in my next design for my mattress, so that it is able to operate at night time without me needing to turn any lights on. So I'm going to start my sentence. I'm going to remember to make my writing a little bit smaller this time so that it fits in. So is there anything you would like to use from their invention in your invention? So I would like to use the night vision to make it easier to use in the dark. remembering your full stop at the end of our sentence. Then we move on to our final question. Is there anything you would like to improve about their design? How would you make it better? So remembering, especially with this question, that we need to be kind in our description and our answer to the question. So let me have a look. And I am looking at it and I can see that the blades are made from metal. So I might explore different materials that I could make the fan blades from to make it safer for people to use. So that's what I am going to write about. So I would see if we could use a different material to make the fan blades from, so it is safer, full stop. Let's move on to our next job. So I've put the screen like this to really help you with the next part of your task, which is when you have to evaluate somebody else's work. So we have got the pictures of our 3 designs, design 1, design 2, and design 3. I've put the screens like this so that you are able to see the pictures while you're writing your evaluation. You could write down the questions now and go back in the video so that you're able to pause the video at one of the designs which is much larger for you to see. But whichever design you choose, you have to answer these questions, remembering our golden rules. Question 1, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you like their final design? Question 2, what is the best part of their design and why? Question 3, is there anything you would like to use from their invention in your next invention? Is there anything you would like to improve about their design? How would you make it better? Remember our golden rules when you're answering the questions, and remember to upload your work on to Tapestry. I will see you all